What's up guys, it's Potato Phil here, and I quickly want to talk about the Logan Paul drama that is currently going on. If you spend any time on social media, you probably are aware of it. This investigation channel, Coffeezilla, has basically made claims that Logan Paul is a crypto scanner, and it's a big back and forth right now. And we have the latest response from Logan Paul right here, and he finally seems to take accountability for his actions. Hey all, just wanted to update you. I deleted my initial response to Coffee's series. It was rash and misaligned with the truth issue at hand, so I called him today and apologized. The war is not with Coffee. In fact, I'm grateful he brought this to light. I will be taking accountability, apologizing, and coming forward with a plan in the near future. Thank you all for believing in this project and sticking with me. I know it's been bumpy, but your support is everything to me, and I will make this right. That sounds already like a little bit more reasonable statement, but let's rewind for a second.
Kryptozoo.co. I am so excited about this project. It's so fun. It's a really fun game that makes you money.
A fun game that earns you money. How much did you guys make from Kryptozoo?
I lost around $50,000 in Kryptozoo.
I lost $40,000.
I lost around $15,000 US.
I lost $25,000.
$120,000.
$500,000 Australian, which is $500,000 in Kryptozoo.
Shut up! No, you haven't!
Yeah, 500K.
Oh, no.
Today, we're investigating Logan Paul's Kryptozoo.
So that was the introduction from Coffeezilla, who made a three-part series in the second half of December about the crypto scam that Logan Paul allegedly did, called Kryptozoo, which was this game. And I don't want to go into detail. If you want to know what exactly happened, if you're not up to date, just go on Coffeezilla's channel, watch that three-part series. The videos that he produced quickly made big waves, and everybody was kind of waiting for a response from Logan Paul, which took a while. But then finally he uploaded a video called something like "My Response to the Scam Allegations," where he basically just attacked Coffeezilla back.
He is a lopsided journalist with an agenda, and he's nothing more than the Keemstar of crypto and finance. All of the heat on social, and you still published a defamatory hit piece fully knowing I was innocent just so you could enrich yourself in your $10 million studio. Just to use the money you got from pumping your Patreon to hire a good lawyer. You're gonna need it.
Overall, that was a bit of a weird response because everybody was waiting for him to take responsibility or to apologize or just make things clear, but he didn't really address any of those points. That was at least until later, when at the newest Impaulsive episode, their podcast, they talked about for like about half an hour about the allegations. And one of the main questions I had, why talk about it now? And why blame the team and everything now? And during the podcast, they actually talked about that. So here's kind of what they said.
And the question everyone's going to be asking is why now? Why talk about this series or this project right now? So again, this YouTuber named Coffeezilla released a three-part series. He spent a year making it, and I'll be honest, it was very good. He is entertaining, and he's a very good storyteller. I mean, essentially, if you're making content on YouTube, I assume it's to get views and to get people watching your stuff.
So to the question, why talk about it now? His answer is basically, well, because that guy made that series about me, calling me a scammer, which is probably true, but it doesn't justify anything. And another weird thing they say during the podcast is because he apparently did not make any money from Kryptozoo, that it basically couldn't have been a scam in the first place. Just listen to this.
How much money did you make off the sale of the coin? Or off Kryptozoo as a project? How much money did you make?
Yeah, this seems to be the biggest misconception, and it is disappointing that part was glossed over so quickly. Made no money off Kryptozoo. Never sold the token. Jeff never sold the token. Only lost money trying to make things right, along with everyone else in the project. But no money was made. No tokens were sold. And Coffeezilla even said that in his series. So to answer your question, yeah. No money was made by Jeff or I.
And just back to the flip side really quick. To me, once I heard that seemed just like a kill shot to this entire thing.
So again, they saying by Logan Paul or his manager not making any money from it, it's a kill shot to the whole investigation. It's all false, it's not a scam. And I think that is one of the points that bothers me the most, because the project was set up and apparently there were these two criminals in there, one being the Crypto King, the other one this like coordinator guy. So this Crypto King guy was part of their team and he apparently beat them to the line by selling first, getting out of the project with apparently $6 million in profit. And then afterwards, when everything came to light, obviously Logan Paul did not sell his part in the company. But if you have people in your team, you are the head of this development. It's your project. You have people in it and they definitely made money from this, from all the people that lost money. And then that guy fucks you and leaves the team. That doesn't make you not a scammer. It doesn't matter who on the team made that scam money. Somebody did. I think this argument is total BS, and you see this throughout this investigation. They're running with this, hey, we were screwed too. I was just the face of the project, but it was my lead developer who ran away and ransomed the game code or whatever. It was the Crypto King guy who was like a consultant in this project and who invested a lot of money and got out first with a huge profit, and they got into a fight and stuff like that. They're running with the same narrative that it was the faulty people on the team, and also, like you see in the next clip, that they never stopped developing the game, that they always were working on it, they just couldn't talk about it, and they were all gonna make it right anyway, with or without Coffeezilla's investigation. So just check this out.
But fuck Coffeezilla, fuck you, no joke. What do we do for the people that were fucked?
I and my team, Jeff, and I'd like you to sit in, Jeff, are working. We are at work and have been working to make this game. And that's part of the solution. Deliver the fucking project, right? And that's never stopped. There have been massive road bumps and massive obstacles along the way. But that was always the prerogative. Coffeezilla making a series or not, the game is being made. He just assumed we gave up on it, which is not true. I will make this right for the people who believed in me. You know how adamant I was about fixing all of this and making this right.
So there you hear how adamant he was on fixing everything over the year, where they were quiet since everything of that game broke down. There's a chance that this might be true, you know, maybe they were working behind the scenes, and he's also stating that there were criminal investigations against them and his legal team told him to not say anything, and there's a slight chance that is true, but isn't it very convenient that that is the narrative now? I feel like it's a little bit of a case where a little bit too late, you know, where they make these statements just because he got exposed on social media. Now he's saying, hey, we've been working on it the entire time, and we will probably never know the truth about that, but let's say they were hypothetically not working on it. They could pick it up now, take another month, take another year to finish it, and then be like, hey, it took longer than expected. It was a bumpy road, but we did it and we never stopped. And these investigations by Coffeezilla, that was just all a bunch of bullshit that happened at the wrong time. So it's just a very, very convenient narrative that he's doing right now.
There's been a plan moving forward.
A roadmap.
Yeah. Coffeezilla happened to make this series in
the middle of it.
And now it appears reactionary, but this has been happening.
Yeah, those were basically the statements they did on the Impaulsive podcast, and they're trying to run with it. It's not our fault, but we're gonna make it right. We're the good guys here. We got scammed too. And that didn't really fly with the audience. Since everything came out by Coffeezilla, every post Logan Paul did on social media was flooded with negative comments, dislikes. For example, let's look at the podcast that we just saw where they talked about it, and the top comments: Logan, this was your project. You were leading the team. Just because you didn't personally profit doesn't mean your team didn't. Exactly what I just said. There's still 7.7 million that's been skimmed here by your people. We aren't stupid. Yeah, apparently, I don't know if this guy's right, but close to $8 million that people lost, and those $8 million are somewhere. Other comments: seeing so many people through Logan's bullshit really gives me hope. Calling Coffee a manipulative storyteller for exposing Logan's literal fraudulent behavior is wild. Logan Paul is a perfect example of a narcissist. It keeps coming, and then Finally, all this backlash and this negativity led to his latest post that I read in the beginning, that he's going to apologize. It's not against Coffeezilla, etc. He's going to take accountability, and we're still waiting for that response to happen. Coffeezilla also tweeted, Logan called me. He said he's deleting the 2 responses, which he did since then, and is dropping the lawsuit threats. Okay. I believe he's making a 3rd response, which I'll be delaying my video to include. So that means we're waiting for Logan Paul to make an official statement again, and then Coffeezilla apparently also is waiting on that to make another video about it. So we're not done with this. I think this is just the start. It's gonna go back and forth a bit. We'll see what Logan Paul does, and especially how legally it turns out, if it was considered a scam or not. Why are we talking about all of this? I watched a lot of Logan Paul content in the last 4 or 5 years. Actually, the first time I heard about Logan Paul was at the end of 2017, when his big first drama hit the internet, where he went to the suicide forest in Japan, filmed a person who took their life, etc., which was a huge scandal, a very shitty move. He then came out with an apology video.
I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize.
And the big thing is, since then, since the beginning of 2018, I guess it's been exactly 5 years now, he's been on this amazing redemption arc. I started following his stuff because he was everywhere on the internet, and in the beginning I kind of hated him because I got to know him through this Japan situation. Then he got into the boxing ring. He made this YouTube boxing stuff big together with KSI and later Jake Paul, his brother, who's also kind of a scammy person. He had huge success with everything he's doing. Lately he launched his Prime hydration drink and got into the WWE as a superstar. He's one of the biggest entertainers on the planet right now. And mentioning the Prime thing, that is also so weird to me, how he's obviously together in business with KSI, who is one of the biggest creators in the UK, or the biggest creator and one of the most famous people in the UK right now. I have to say, I've been part of this redemption arc, and I kind of became a little bit of a fan of Logan Paul, and I kind of feel fooled and silly here if all of this coming out now is true, and I think a lot of people can relate to that. But the way he portrayed himself over the last couple of years, he seemed to have matured immensely and is very well spoken, especially on a podcast. He has a lot of good principles and views on things, and if these scam allegations turn out true, I feel kind of stupid, and I feel silly, and I feel betrayed by somebody I'm watching a lot. I'm not a huge fan, and I don't appreciate everything he does, but a lot of things were very good over the last couple of years. If this turns out to be true, it will be a huge lesson to me and a lot of people on the internet. Just a big reminder that we should not take everything for granted, that we should always question everything, critically think about things, and just acknowledge that what we see on the internet from people, including me and everybody else you watch, it's just what these people want you to see. And they might be totally different in real life. In the midst of all of this, and that is just bad timing, I guess, Logan Paul also released Prime Energy, the newest version of his Prime drink. If you look at his Twitter here, it's coming from the Coffeezilla stuff. He has to defend himself. Then he is weirdly promoting a gambling site. I feel like that's a little bit of a questionable move in the midst of scam allegations. Hey, maybe go gamble with Barstool Sports. And then they released this new Prime thing, and they post about it on Instagram and YouTube, and they show these happy videos and ooh, we're releasing that. And on every video, people are just saying, hey, we don't need a new product, we just need an explanation, like we need an apology. So I guess that was just bad timing for them business-wise. Just seeing KSI now posting about Prime and with Logan Paul makes me also consider what I think about him, because he's in business with him, and that's what they always say. You know, the brands don't want to be associated if you have a scandal on the internet. And I'm just sitting here feeling like a teenage boy and wondering if we just all got fooled big time. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think, how this will turn out, if Logan Paul actually with malintent tried to scam people. Or is it the narrative he's just saying now? His team screwed him over and they were always working on the project and it's gonna be amazing and finished at some point in the future.